He didn't lose weight for abs. He lost it for the stairs. The first time Daniel realized his weight had become a problem, he wasn't standing in front of a mirror. He wasn't looking at old photos. He wasn't stepping on a scale. He was standing halfway up the stairs in his apartment building in Chicago, holding a bag of groceries in one hand and his 5-year-old daughter's backpack in the other. His daughter, Lily, was already at the top. "Come on, Dad," she shouted, laughing. Daniel tried to smile, but he couldn't answer. His chest was tight. His shirt was sticking to his back. His knees hurt in that dull, familiar way he had learned to ignore. He looked up at Lily, who was bouncing on her toes, waiting for him like this was nothing. And for a second, Daniel felt something he hadn't let himself feel in years. Fear. Not the loud kind. The quiet kind that sits in your stomach and whispers. What if one day you can't keep up at all? That night, after Lily fell asleep, Daniel stood in the kitchen under the yellow light of the microwave clock. 11:47 p.m. There was half a pizza on the counter. Normally, he would have eaten it while scrolling through his phone, telling himself he deserved it after a long day. But that night, he just stared at it. He thought about the stairs. He thought about Lily waiting at the top. He thought about all the little moments he had been missing because his body felt too heavy to join in. The park. The pool. The bike rides. The "Dad, chase me" moments. He didn't throw the pizza away dramatically. He didn't make a speech. He just wrapped it in foil, put it in the fridge, and whispered to himself. "I can't keep doing this." The next morning, Daniel didn't become a fitness person. He didn't wake up at 5 a.m. and run 5 miles. He didn't drink green juice or take a gym selfie. He put on an old hoodie, walked outside, and made a deal with himself. Walk to the end of the block. That's all. The air was cold. His calves burned. A neighbor jogged past him so easily that Daniel almost turned around out of embarrassment. But he kept walking. End of the block. Then one more. Then back home. 12 minutes. That was his first workout. No applause. No transformation montage. No instant confidence. Just a man standing in his doorway, breathing hard, knowing he had done one thing differently. For the next few weeks, Daniel walked every morning. Some days he hated it. Some days he walked with coffee breath, messy hair, and zero motivation. Some days he only made it 10 minutes. But every time he came back home, he put a small checkmark on a calendar taped to the fridge. Lily noticed first. "Daddy, what are the checks for?" Daniel looked at the calendar and smiled. "Those are promises I kept." She nodded like that made perfect sense. Then she grabbed a purple marker and drew a tiny star next to one of them. After that, Daniel didn't want to break the chain. Not because of the scale. Because of the stars. Then came the hard part. Not the workouts. The evenings. That was when the old Daniel came back. Tired Daniel. Stressed Daniel. Drive-through Daniel. "I'll start again Monday, Daniel." One Friday, after a brutal day at work, he pulled into a fast food parking lot without even thinking. The glowing menu was right in front of him. His hands were on the steering wheel. He could almost taste the fries. And then his phone buzzed. A photo from his ex-wife. Lily at school, holding a drawing. It was a picture of Daniel walking. Under it, in crooked kindergarten letters, she had written, "My dad is getting strong." Daniel sat in that parking lot for a long time. Then he put the car in reverse and went home. He didn't eat perfectly that night. He made scrambled eggs, toast, and a bowl of fruit. But for him, it felt like winning a championship. Months passed. The changes came quietly. His jeans stopped digging into his waist. He stopped breathing so hard when he tied his shoes. He started sleeping through the night. The stairs still hurt, but less. Then one Saturday, Lily asked the question he used to dread. "Dad, can we go to the park?" Usually, Daniel would sit on the bench and watch. That day, he said yes. At the park, Lily ran across the grass and yelled, "Chase me." Daniel felt the old excuse rise in his throat. "I'm tired. Maybe later. Be careful." But instead, he ran. Not fast. Not gracefully. But he ran. Lily screamed with laughter. Daniel's lungs burned. His legs felt heavy. His face was red. But this time, he wasn't embarrassed. He was alive. 6 months after that night in the kitchen, Daniel had lost 48 pounds. But the number wasn't what made him cry. It happened on the stairs. Same apartment building. Same grocery bags. Same backpack. Lily ran ahead like always. "Come on, Dad." Daniel climbed after her. 1 floor. 2 floors. 3 floors. At the top, Lily turned around, surprised. "You're fast now." Daniel laughed, trying to hide the lump in his throat. He looked down the stairwell. For years, those stairs had made him feel weak. That day, they felt like proof. Not that he had become perfect. Not that life had become easy. But that he had stopped abandoning himself. That night, he added one more checkmark to the calendar. Lily added another purple star. And Daniel finally understood something. Weight loss was never really about becoming someone else. It was about coming back to the person who was still inside him. The dad who wanted to run. The man who wanted to breathe easier. The person who wanted another chance. So if you're standing at the bottom of your own stairs right now, tired, frustrated, and wondering if it's too late, remember this. You don't have to change your entire life today. Just walk to the end of the block. Keep one promise. Then keep another. One day, the thing that used to stop you will become the place where you realize how far you've come.